Hi everybody, good afternoon. My name is Carol. I'm from Westchester East and I'm going to help you make sure that you get everybody registered correctly for our District 9 competition, which is going to be held at the Radisson Valley Forge on Tuesday, December 7th. So just a couple little updates for you that will hopefully help you out. In the last 3 years, unfortunately, we've had 3 different registration systems. So a special thank you to Teresa from Shanahan for getting this system together for us so that it would hopefully streamline the process for us and make it really straightforward for all of our returning members and also all of our new members. So we're going to start out, take a look when we open this up. Notice our tabs down here at the bottom. We're going to start all the way over to the left for our invoice. So on our invoice, this is going to be something for you when you get it filled out that is going to not only allow us to know what is billable for your district, but it's also going to be something that you can print out for your accounts payable office, and also so that you can get that amount paid in, please. So if you can take a look for us, the student fee is going to be $40. As we come on down here real quick, we've got our pretty obvious things: school name, advisor name, number of chaperones, and then also, have you secured busing from 9:15 to 3? One of the things that you want to think about, if you have not secured busing yet, please check with your busing company that they're able to do busing during that time. We're aware that there's a bus driver shortage. And in addition to that, Craft buses, for example, Westchester uses Craft, and they actually tell us that they can never pick us up at 3 o'clock because they're in the middle of one of their afternoon runs. So whichever company you use, please make sure that you double check that they can get you at those times. I would actually be a little bit forward and ask them, because the first year that we did it, Chris McCarter and I had a problem with our company. They didn't tell us until the night before. Please also notice right up here where the payments are going to be sent. You're going to see that it's going to be District 9, care of me, and then you've got the Westchester East address that is right there. And please also notice that our due date for our payment is going to be November 5th. When you receive this today, that turnaround time is going to be extremely fast. For those of you that are brand new, most of your districts are probably going to take on average of 2 weeks and possibly even 3 weeks to get that payment sent in. It's a really big deal for us because there is no slush fund in the account. The money comes into the account for District 9 and it goes right back out to pay for our different expenses. So once we get this recorded, we've got our total number of students here, and this probably is going to be something for you to use as this cover page, where on our next sheet, right over here, you would be able to run a report for your accounts payable office and submit that so they can see the number of students and or chaperones that need to be doing those different things. So this is the official registration sheet. Teresa has done a fantastic job with it. I'm going to show you 2 different things today. I want to show you how to register an individual event, and then I also want to show you what you would do with a team event. So we're going to go ahead and get started with an individual event. So right over here, you can see that the participant in yellow, that is going to auto-populate for you. So you don't really have to know that. When it refers to the member ID, this would be their DECA username, and you don't necessarily need that unless you actually just have that and you want to fill that in. So we're going to start out real quick with our fictional individual registration. So we'll just do my son. And I don't think we necessarily need to enter his last name. You're going to notice that your school is going to be a drop down. So I'm going to go ahead and choose East. You can see right away that it gives him our participant ID. And then as we scroll over, it automatically populated the chapter number as chapter number 3. That's just a chapter number. I'm going to flip over here that is assigned through the testing program. We are all District 9, but within District 9, this is going to allow the testing system to separate out some of our scores. All right, so this student is actually a senior. I'm going to go ahead and put that in. And now I'm ready for my event name. For my event name, in this case, I'm going to be doing an individual event for this student. I'm going to choose apparel and accessories. And as I go to the right, I'm going to notice that it's going to auto-populate my acronym for my event, and it's also going to auto-populate the cluster exam that this student is going to be taking. So that should be very helpful for everybody not only to save time, but also for our new members to be able to learn and know what test these kids are actually going to be taking. Also, for our new members, it's going to be a very big deal that your student actually knows the acronym for their event, because really the day of December 7th, everything is going to be run by the acronyms of their event. So it's a very important thing for them to know. When I come on over here to the right a little bit more, you can see that this says only for teams. I'm going to show you that in just a second. And then right over here is where we would want to record any special notes that we have if a child needs extended time, if a student has a reader with them, or more along the lines of an IEP accommodation or a 504 accommodation. So that's what's going to be entered right there. I know that in some of your districts, your kids are not in your class, so I would just recommend that you ask them if they have any types of accommodations like that that they need, so that it's going to help you out. You're also going to notice that password, and you don't need to do anything with that, okay? That's going to be populated for you at a later date. So that was how we did an individual registration. I'm going to show you very quickly how we're going to do a team registration. So let me just slide this back over for you. Okay, so I'm going to do a team registration now. So right below this, I'm going to enter my first name of my team event. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to go down and I'm going to enter my second name. Okay, and then I'm going to come to the right. I need to fill everything in. This is a student of mine, so they're going to be from East. This student is also a senior. And the event, the team event that these two guys are going to be doing is actually going to be buying and merchandising team decision making. And you can see again that it's going to auto-populate my acronym and then also my test name. But in this case, because they're a team, I need to scroll to the right and do one more thing. They are going to be my first team in buying and merchandising. So right over here, I'm going to give them a 1, as in Ryan and Tommy are going to be team 1 for buying and merchandising. I'm going to come on back in and fill in the information for Tom. Okay, so notice again, I know it may seem slightly repetitive, but I'm going to choose buying and merchandising team decision making again. It's going to register that Tom needs to be taking the marketing test, also records his event acronym, and because he's partners with Ryan, I'm going to go ahead and give him a 1 again. So now, whenever the system is going to run that, it's going to run it so that we can see that Ryan McCormick and Tommy Shire were or are partners for buying and merchandising team event from Westchester East. So that's a quick demo for you on how you're going to do individual events and also how you're going to do team events. Notice for our individual events that right over here, you don't need any kind of number for them. It's no problem whatsoever. Whenever you get started on this, please feel free to reach out to myself or any of the other members within District 9. We're here to help you out. The more detail that we have in the beginning, the smoother this event is actually going to go for us. So I'm going to get this all filled in. I'm going to get my invoice filled in right over here, and then I'm going to make sure that I submit that to payment through my district so that it can hopefully get sent out on time and we can get that bill paid correctly. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We're happy to help you out. Take care. Thanks.